Hello, welcome to English Tips by Sunshine English Academy. My name is Milind Deshpande. In this lesson, we are going to talk about prefixes and how they help building our vocabulary. So, what is a prefix? A prefix is a letter or a group of letters placed at the beginning of a word to change its meanings. So that means prefix change the meanings of the word that they come before. So prefixes come before the main word or the root word. There are many prefixes, but in this lesson we will look at a few commonly used prefixes. Prefixes have meanings, and when they are used before the root words or the main words, this is what they mean. This means not. In means not. Im also not. Un means not. Non also means not. So there are a whole lot of prefixes which have the meaning not. Then there is anti, which means against. Ex means former or previous. For means before or front. Ill against means not. Mal means bad. Miss means wrong. Re means against. Under means not enough. Pre means before. And post means after. We will see words formed with these prefixes a little later. Before we move ahead, let us also understand that prefixes may have different meanings depending on the types of words they come before. That is, whether they come before nouns or before adjectives or before verbs, etc. Here are some examples. Let us look at the prefix un, un, un. So when un comes before adjectives, it means not. Example, unsafe means not safe. Next, when un comes before nouns, it means lack of. For example, unconcerned, it means a lack of worry or a lack of interest. Next, when un comes before verbs, it has the meaning of reversal of an action. For example, untie. So we can tie something and then we can untie it. It is the reversal of the action of tying. Now let's look at in. When in comes before adjectives, it means not. Example, inaccurate. But when in comes before nouns, it means a lack of. For example, inactivity. It doesn't mean there is no activity. It means there is a lack of activity. The activity is not enough. Another thing that we need to know is that when different prefixes are used before the same root word, the meanings of the words that are formed along with the prefixes may be different. Let us see some examples here. Let's look at the root word like. So when we use this before it and form the word dislike, it means hate. For example, Rahul dislikes potatoes. It's something like saying Rahul hates potatoes. But when we use un before like and form the word unlike, it means to be different. For example, tigers are unlike lions in many ways. They are different from lions in many ways. So, unlike means to be different, dislike means to hate. Now, let's look at the root word proved. So, disproved means to be proved false. For example, the previous theory was disproved. That means the theory is no longer true or no longer correct. Whereas unproved means not tried and tested or not shown to be true by evidence. For example, the new car model is yet unproven. So it means the new car model has not yet been tried and tested. It's not yet been proved, but it could be proved in future. So changing the prefix before the root word could change the meaning of the entire word. Here are examples of words formed with the prefixes. Dishonest means not honest. Incorrect means not correct. Impractical, not practical. Unfinished means not finished. Non-violent means not violent. Antisocial refers to a behavior not accepted in society. Ex-minister means a minister who was previously there. Foresee means to see beforehand. Illiterate means not literate. Malpractice is a bad practice. Misbehavior, bad behavior. Reassure is to assure again. Underpay, not pay enough. Predetermine means to determine beforehand. And postnatal means after childbirth. When prefixes are added to adjectives, they make them negative or opposite in meaning. So let us look at those words here which are adjectives and see whether the meanings are opposite. So, honest is an adjective and dishonest is opposite in meaning. Correct is an adjective, incorrect is opposite. Practical, again an adjective. Impractical is the opposite of practical. Finished is again an adjective. Unfinished is the opposite of finished. Non-violent, yes, it's an adjective. It's the opposite of violent. Antisocial is also an adjective. It's the opposite of social. Illiterate is an adjective. The opposite is literate. Postnatal is also an adjective. However, this is not the opposite of natal. Neither is it negative in meaning. So, in a few cases where we have prefixes like post or super, the meanings of the words don't become opposite or negative. We can have a word like super fast, where the root word is fast, but super fast is neither opposite nor negative. Whenever the letters UN, IN, IM, DIS, MIS, EX, etc. come at the beginning of words, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are prefixes. Let's look at the examples. Implement. Here, IM is not a prefix. There is no word such as implement before we can put the prefix IM. Look at the next word, income. Although there's a word like come, the IN here is not a prefix because the word income doesn't have anything to do with the word come. They are completely different. Here is an exercise for you. You have to use appropriate prefixes before the following words. So pause your video here. Once you have completed this, you can continue with the video to find the answers. Pause now. Here are the answers. I will just read the words for you. Mismatch, displease, unlearn, indecisive, undisclosed, unrefined, non-conductor, invalid, retrace, impenetrable, misconstrue, ungrateful, unimpaired, undiluted, indispensable, rephrase, disreputable, immutable, disparity, and unrelenting. So, how do prefixes help you build your vocabulary? Well, the simple way is instead of using not in your sentence, you can use these prefixes. For example, instead of saying it doesn't match, you can say there is a mismatch. Or instead of saying he was not pleased, you can say he was displeased. So, in this way, new words can be added to your vocabulary. That's the end of this lesson. I hope you liked it and find it useful. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, click on the bell icon to get notifications whenever I post new videos to my channel. Thanks for watching.